guys, this is Tina. Welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I have lots of mess all over my desk today because I'm here for a bit of a play around. I just had this little idea to make these little scrappy kind of, they're like a cluster I guess, but they're just like some piled up little bits and pieces and just like stapled in. You could obviously glue them, stitch them, you know, however you like, but I'm just going to kind of work my way through some bits and pieces and see what we can come up with. So I've got here with me, obviously I've got my mini Tim Holtz, you know, tiny attacher stapler. I've got some distress ink and my blender. I've got some book page. I've got some lace, some other bits of lace. And then here I've got this gorgeous heart trim that I received in Happy Mail. I've got a little bit of lace that I had received in Happy Mail. I've got some sewing pattern paper again that I received in Happy Mail, and then I've got this big sheet of this brown like parcel packing paper, which again I received in Happy Mail. I love using this this type of paper. I mean, I love using my brown paper bags, so I guess this is, you know, pretty similar to that really. And I'm just going to have a play around. I've also brought along my, you know, some stamps, and I've brought along my little butterfly box, and then I've just got in my little tray behind me obviously all my little bits and bobs. So I've got flowers here, I've got obviously my number tabs and things. So I'm just going to play around and just, you know, have fun making a whole bunch of different little pieces sort of like this. So if I just show you, I mean, I've done literally one of obviously so far. I'm literally just tearing out. I mean, this obviously is monstrous compared to this one. I don't know why suddenly I've turned the camera on and I've now gone for the ginormous look again. Who knows why that happened, but so I'm going to tear that down. I could probably have actually got 3 out of that, but never mind, I'll just go for 2 because I've not really thought it through. But just piling those on there. I'm going to put some vintage book page down. And, you know, I'm not worrying at all about my placement of items or anything, she says, as she's then fiddling around with stuff. I'm just literally chucking it on there. You know, I definitely chucked this one on there. I did spend, you know, slightly longer fiddling around with that one than I did the first one. I have no idea why that would be. And then I just took some of my lace trim and again just cut out a very scrappy kind of piece. I'm just cutting off those kind of, you know, this header type bit, so I haven't got those solid bits of lace because they're not so delicate looking, you know. For me, they stand out a bit like a sore thumb. So I'm going to put that on there, and then I might do for this one maybe just a flower trim or something. I mean, as you can see, this actually, because I've now made this much bigger than this one, this is actually a bit lost on there. So I'm just going to have a look through. I've obviously got my butterflies here, so maybe we'll have a butterfly or something on this one. Yeah, maybe like that. I'm not sure about that particular one. That looks quite bright. I'm trying to find one with sort of slightly more muted colours that would look good against that. And perhaps this one. Perhaps we'll go for this one. Now, this I obviously haven't really layered up too many bits. I mean, I could, I guess, put some of my sewing pattern paper in there as well. So again, I'm just going to just tear out a little bit. Excuse my inky fingers. Obviously, I have been now. This is my second video today, but yeah, I've obviously been inking up already. So I can have that like that, and I'll just again staple that in. And then obviously I just inked that up. So if I just ink it up now. Like that. Try and get that bit of book page under there. I mean, I could have inked all the elements obviously individually before stapling it together, but you know, that's fine. It's, you know, it's worked fine, so that's good enough. So that's another little one there. I'll just pop that to one side. So layer this one up again, might just put some of the sewing pattern paper in like that. Should we have it on top of the book page perhaps this time? That'd be nice. Like that, and then just a bit of the lace. Again, just then trim off those bits to make it look just a bit more scraggedy instead of like really like it's just been cut from the reel. Like that. And then I wonder if I could use that flower this time. Still a little bit lost, but perhaps I'll have another heart. That might be quite nice. I'll just grab that heart. Just going to cut those little edges off. Like that. Just pop that on and then just literally staple that through the middle. I mean, they're very similar to my little button embellishments that I make. You know, they're just a little something that you could just pop at the bottom of a page and things like that. But aren't they just super cute? So let's do some more. So what I might do is do a bit more like a bit of a, almost a mass make type style. So I'm just going to cut, well not cut, sorry, tear quite a bit of the brown paper. I just love using brown paper, so but of course, you know, use anything. So just tear this down. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So I hope everyone's having a good day. Maybe you're doing something nice. Maybe you're doing some other crafting. Love to hear what you're working on. How's it all going with, you know, conquering your nemesis and your fears, tackling your fears? There we go. So. And then we could probably just get one more out of here. So just tear that like that. And just my book page. Again, you know, I'm not going to get too worried. I'm just going to tear it round. Oops, just place it on the pieces. So these are quite a fun way to get rid of some of your book pages and your scraps. I mean, obviously it's slow going. You're not going to see instant improvement or reduction of anything, quite frankly, on your desk straight away. But, you know, every little helps, as they say. So, I mean, this whole sheet will probably, you know, do like tons and tons of these. But, you know, you've got to start somewhere, haven't you? So... put the last one on this one like that, and then I'm just going to take my sewing pattern paper again. I might as well tear off, you know, a bigger piece. Okay, let me just now put this away behind me. Well, I'm not going to put it away obviously until the end of the video, but I'll just put it out of the way, and then I'm just going to tear some down. I've got that one. Oops, just that piece there. That one there. That bit there. Oops. Okay, bin those little scraps there, and then I mean, actually this is quite similar to the tea bag pieces that we did, because, you know, this sewing pattern paper is very similar actually to the tea bags, weirdly enough. I wouldn't have necessarily thought of that until now, you know, using it, but actually it's got a very similar similar feel to it. So yeah, very, very similar to that. Okay, like that. I mean, I guess the main difference is we're just kind of layering things up dead on top of each other for these, rather than side by side. These are more bunched up. So I've got this gorgeous lace here. So again, I'm just going to cut it quite scraggly, get rid of that sort of, what I would call the hem. And then we'll just pop that on there. Again, just get rid of the edge pieces. Like that. And that one there. Okie dokie. Not sure which the right way up is with that one, but it probably doesn't really matter a great deal. And we'll just cut this one and pop that one down, and then this piece here. Oops. So again, I'll just pop this one down on there. And then, now, can I actually do any of these little flowers now? That's the question. Are any tiny enough? That one's quite a small one, so I'm going to put that flower on there and just staple that in. And I'm going to get rid of that flapping piece of lace because that's just very irritating now. Oops, still flapping around even though I've cut it now. Okay, so we've got rid of that then. And then again, obviously you can just ink that up, so just put it down there, ink that up a bit. Super cute, aren't they? Pop that to one side. Right, let's see what else we're going to put on these then. So, as I say, I've got some stamps here, so let's just bring in a stamp maybe on this one. And then we might be able to use one of those orangey coloured butterflies. So let's have a look. Oh, that's quite nice, isn't it? Let's just pop it like that. So, well, this is actually turned on now, turned into a full-on cluster, I guess, but that's okay. It doesn't matter, does it? Okay. So again, you know, you can always add glue under the layers to just hold that together, but isn't that cute? So let's move those out the way a little bit. Obviously these couple here need some, or these four need some lace still, so we'll put some lace on those in a minute. Let's see, what's this pretty green stamp. Put that there, or here probably. Oh, look. How awesome was that? It just, by fluke, happened to have this green butterfly. It's probably a bit lost on there, to be honest. You probably can't really see a butterfly now, but it just went so well, I couldn't resist. So let's just ink that up a bit. Okay. Let's put something on this one now that's got the lace before we tackle the next ones without the lace. So again, I'm just going to bring in my flowers, which have got just a whole bunch kind of sat here beside me. So I'm not sure about that purple one actually. Got these. And I'm losing what's there. Now I've got my Hawaiian flowers. That's quite nice actually. I wonder if I could layer it up like that. Oh, that's quite nice, isn't it? So I'm going to just staple that one in there. Yeah, I quite like that. So again, just ink that up a bit now. And obviously you could always put a centre in that flower. That's really nice. So let me just move these bits out of the way a little bit. Now these ones, obviously I now need to just put some lace in. Got this crochet lace as well, so. Should we try that? Just literally grabbing kind of anything that's laying about, really. So that was just another piece of lace that was laying about on the desk. So we'll pop that there. And again, let's see what we've got. This pink. Nope. Okay, let's just pull in some of these flowers. So I've got a blue here, which is very pretty. Could have a blue one. I don't know. I feel like it's needing blue if it's a blue one. So I think I'm better off keeping these quite colourless. If that makes sense. So yeah, I think I'd prefer it with just like a gold flower. Although that's a little bit lost on there and you can't really see it that much, to be honest. Got my painted gold ones. I've got some black ones. These are gold on the other side, but weirdly, well, I actually can't remember whether I've even ever used them gold way up, actually. I think I pretty much always use them black way, you know, black way up. No idea why, because when I bought them, I don't think I even probably realised they were black on the underneath. So I obviously fully intended on using them, you know, gold side up. But it's just how it's gone. They just, you know, always work better for me black side down, or black side up. So the black side is showing. There we go. It's that one. I'm going to pull in some more of my Hawaiian flowers, actually. I've got some here in an envelope beside me from my craft bag that I take around with me. So, because actually I really liked the Hawaiian flower look. So let's just have a look. These Hawaiian flowers are brilliant. Honestly, I can just picture me actually buying some more. I mean, the irony, I'd had them for all those years, kind of not knowing what to do with them. Now I've dyed them, I'm going to end up buying more. That's just ridiculous, isn't it? You know, I dyed them because I had to get them out of my room because I'd had them for so many years not being used, and now suddenly I'm going to have to buy more. But sometimes that's just how it goes, isn't it? We find a different way to use something and it becomes then useful and usable. But they're really nice, aren't they? So if you didn't see my dyeing of my Hawaiian flowers, with getting in just a ginormous mess really doing them, I will try and remember to link that below. I mean, I say that, I know for a fact that I will forget, but if I forget and you haven't seen it and you think it might be of interest, please do nudge me and I can then always obviously, you know, link it. But it's in my 7 days of using up things, you know, that we wish we hadn't bought. It's in that series on that playlist. So there we go. It's quite nice with the blue, isn't it? Might just put another staple in there. There we go. Got two just in case it was a bit flimsy and not really held together very well. So that's that one. Now we've just got this little one left. It's quite a tiny one. So let's just see what we've got here. These aren't Hawaiian flowers. These are some other sort of flowers, but again that I've obviously had for years and wasn't using. Not sure about that. Let's try it with this in the middle. Better. I'm still not sure it's quite right. What about if we put a heart in the middle of that? Oh, that's so cute. That's so cute. Right, let's just do that. So we just put that heart in there. Just move that down slightly. How gorgeous does that look? Very cute. So just then ink that one up a bit. So that's those. Oh, they're gorgeous. Right, I'm going to put those to one side. So now we could just do some different colour bases. So I've got here some of my food coloured doilies. So I'm going to just tear out this middle part because obviously when I'm using the doily, I tend to mainly use the lacy part. So if we just tear out the middle, you know, the centre part, and again we just make some bases with that, just like we did with the brown paper bag. Like that. And then probably get 2 more out of this one. I'll just tear that down. And then we'll just tear this one round. And then that as well. Right, so we've got 8 here in this gorgeous green colour. So again, let me just pull in the book page. Just have that one on there. Again, these are suddenly really tiny now. Honestly, no consistency here with in terms of size. It's lucky I'm not, you know, in a factory kind of having to do things like to a certain requirement, because, or a certain specification, because my goodness, I would be failing miserably. Absolutely failing miserably. Okay. I'll just pop that down there. Right, and we'll just then cut some of that white lace back to that again, I think. Okie dokie, chop that down. And that there. I'm just wondering whether we could have one of those hearts on that green, actually. Might look really pretty. Let's try. Let's just try. You don't know unless you try, do you? Oh, that's quite cute, isn't it? So let's just staple that. And again, I'm just going to ink that a bit. That looks quite wedding-y to me. Very pretty. Gorgeous. Really, really sweet. Pop that to one side. And then, oh, you know what we haven't put on these ones? We didn't put any of the sewing pattern paper, so I don't know whether I would want them with it or not, but let's try that. Let's try it. You know, not too much, but just, I mean, that bit's minuscule, quite honestly. That's just a joke, isn't it, saying not too much. I didn't obviously mean for it to be quite that small, but let's just go with it now. Now it's there. That one. Okay, like that. And again, just use some of the lace. So this one obviously is titchy, so in fact I'm going to put the lace on and then that what do you call it? The sewing pattern paper. Let me just cut a flower off of that trim. Okay, just pop that in the bin. Oops. And then just staple that together. So that's quite a nice one, isn't it? And we'll just ink that up a bit. Yeah, that's pretty, isn't it? Pop that to one side. So these ones, what should we do on these? Let's have a look. See if I've got some, you know, really nice butterflies that would just go well on those. I've got that one. No, that's not really great. That's very green. That whole thing now is quite green, isn't it? Does that matter? What do you think? Is it too green? Let's put some lace on. And again, I've just moved that sewing pattern paper above the lace, but I might change my mind on this piece. Not over keen on that line going through the sewing pattern paper. try it like that. That's better. So again, we can just staple that one on. That's cute, isn't it? Okay, and then we've got these couple. So that one's got the sewing pattern paper on, this one's just got some book page. So again, let's just bring in a bit of lace. And again, I wonder if we can have one of those lovely Hawaiian flowers at all. I might not have any that are quite small enough, but let's have a look. Got that one, which isn't that strange because I never would have put that colour on there, but actually it looks quite nice on there. And again, could layer it up with this gold flower and this one here. That's quite nice. Okay, let's just staple that in place. Really cute, isn't it? And we'll just, again, just ink that up a bit. Now it's all on there. Yeah, whoops. Yeah, that's really nice. Okay, and this one. Now, what do we want to put with this one? Let's just have a look. I mean, of course, we could, I guess, layer it up with some doily, but then that doily's the same colour as the, you know, the background, so then it's probably a little bit lost, to be honest. So this is a different colour green. Let's just try this one. I don't know how it will look, sort of mixing the two greens up, but not bad, actually, not bad. So again, let's just see whether we can pull in another little flower or something. So these are quite a nice way to get some flowers in on your projects, aren't they? You know, just using up some of your little flowers if you've got some flowers. I wonder if we could pop that there. And just staple that in. And again, just ink that all up. Looks quite nice, doesn't it? Okie dokie. So we've got a couple of pieces of the green left. So yeah, I might do another piece with that green doily because actually that looked really nice on there. So let's have it on there. Oh, I can bring in a whole new book page again. Wow, we're racing through the book page now. Really making a big dent in the book pages there. Okay. Okay, just tear a couple of little bits down. Might have it that way, like that. And then just another little bit here. Okay. That's out the way. And again, I've got some more of that green doily, so just going to bring some of that in because I think that's quite nice actually. So I have those like that. Now, do I have some other lace just here handy? Let's have a look. So I've got this ivory lace, so just pull that one in. And this piece here. Oh my gosh, look at what I've done to this piece. I mean, talk about just trash it. So there's literally nothing left of it, but what was I thinking? What was I thinking? Well, let's just have it like that. So very, very straggly. Straggly and scraggly that is, isn't it? Wow. Brings like straggly lace like to a whole new level, doesn't it? I don't know what went on there. So again, let's just see. I have got some more Hawaiian flowers. These are just some that I sort of chucked in my bag for taking out. I do quite like mixing them up and layering them up with other flowers, to be honest. I think it's quite fun. Sorry, dropped them all out now. So I was thinking that, but then that's all very green. So then I obviously thought, oh, I've got those ready cut. Then I thought that one again. It's a little bit big, and then it just covers up that entire lace on those ones, because of course that lace is now so titchy. It's just like non-existent. So yeah, that's not the best one to use for that, but it works okay on this one. Oh, sorry, my daughter's outside in the garden. And she's obviously, Dad, something's going on out there. So that's that one. And then just have a couple more here. So again, let's just see what we've got. So I've got this flower. That's quite a nice one, isn't it? Can mix it up with that one, I guess. That's quite nice. Again, I'm just going to try and staple that, but I don't think I'm going to clasp that lace. So I might just have to add I'm going to just add a dab of hot glue, because that's then, you know, instant, and it's just stuck now. So, and again, I'm sorry about the sirens. Obviously I've got my windows open, so yeah, sorry about that. There we go. And of course, you know, when I come to use these, I could always put a centre in the flowers. You know, I might not bother, but it's an option. Just having another look through my flowers and seeing what other flowers would look good on here. Obviously it needs to be tiny, because I've made such a minuscule mess of that lace. So that's why I'm sort of looking closely and carefully, looking to see whether I've got anything small enough to put in there. Looking to see in here whether I've got any titchy ones. No, they're all those quite big ones too. That's annoying, isn't it? Got this one, but it's, I mean, that's not the colour I would have chosen, but does that matter? Put it that way. I saw someone else, and I can't think who it was the other day, doing their flowers up, sort of upside down. It worked really well. Not sure it's going to work quite so well for me on this one, to be fair, but yeah, that's a bit strange, to be honest. But oh my gosh, now I can't get it back the other way. Oops, there we go. Just have that like that, and we'll just staple that in there, and then again just ink that up a bit. And again, I'm just inking up the flower now as well, so it's not quite so, you know, ivory and standing out from the rest. But that looks really cute now, doesn't it? Yeah, really like that. Right, so let me just clear a space a bit, and we can see the ones that we have done. And, you know, of course, you could just mix up your little fabrics and your flowers and things with, you know, anything. I've obviously used paper bag, and I've used that centre part of the doily, but anything would do. So yeah, I think we've made some really pretty ones actually. They're really nice, aren't they? Oh, I don't know which one's my favourite now, and actually we've made loads. Quite surprised at how many we've actually made, to be honest. So yeah, it was yeah, it was a good successful crafting session, wasn't it? Look how many we've made, my gosh. Okay, loads and loads. So yeah, I hope that you like them. And you know, I mean, obviously they are of course really just a cluster, but obviously in my mind they didn't seem like clusters at the time, because they were more being piled up, you know, rather than kind of layered visually. But yeah, I like making them, and they were really super fun to use, and a really good way to use lots of your like fabric trim flowers and things like that, and obviously these hearts and things. So I hope you like them, and yeah, hopefully you'll join me again soon. Hope you all have a great day, and see you guys soon. Thanks then. Bye.